BlackRock is selling more Bitcoin, guys, and we're going to talk about it here. Arkham Intelligence has revealed via a post on X that BlackRock, one of the world's largest asset managers, is currently selling Bitcoin holdings from its exchange traded fund IBIT rather than buying. So this update has come by a visual representation of the transaction flows, indicating a significant move away from the assets by BlackRock. So BlackRock is on a selling spree, guys, and I'm not surprised because Bitcoin is actually, in fact, selling off from highs of 108,000 to now, at time of this recording, 94,000, testing 91,000 this morning. So fortunately it did hold above 90,000 support, but as soon as this does not hold anymore, this will begin a huge sell-off, and I do believe there are a lot of people that are also watching this and seeing it as a sell-off as well. So we're going to talk a little bit about it. I also did a video on how the Department of Justice also just sold over 69,000 Bitcoin, guys. It was a huge sell by the Department of Justice. Definitely check that video out after this one. So the largest Bitcoin ETF provider, BlackRock, just sold another $12.4 million worth of Bitcoin on January 8th, raising concerns about a Bitcoin crash. Now, the event led to a Bitcoin price drop to 91,380 before seeing a little bit of a recovery since this morning. Now, it's interesting because BlackRock just sold a ton of shares. And I actually just also did a video on this, how BlackRock is selling, and they had an average share price, and I talk all about it. Go check out that other video. But basically, Arkham Intelligence, popular chain analytic platform, bought the entire crypto community's attention. The world's largest asset manager is in fact selling Bitcoin. Okay, instead of buying Bitcoin right now, they are selling. This is a visible net holding value of asset manager, which has dropped nearly 3 million since January 7th. Currently still at $56.4 billion in crypto. So they still have a large portion of it, but they're just taking some off the top, it seems like. Now, additionally, the Farside Investor Report mentions the selling of 124 Bitcoin worth $12.4 million. Okay, not too crazy compare it relative to how much money they have but on January 8th, putting the Bitcoin sell news in more perspective. This is not a new event, as IBIT, or the ETF trust, made headlines from transferring 188 million worth of Bitcoin to Coinbase on December 26th. Okay, now Bitcoin ETF flow, here's a chart here. You can see a lot of red, right? A lot of red. Although it was unsure if the firm would sell at that time, Arkham conclusion brought things into perspective. Okay, 124 Bitcoin sell on January 8th coincides with Bitcoin price declining to a low of 91,000. Although the price has recovered on the charts, currently at about 94, 95, the community's perspective about BlackRock sales could drop things once again, right? Now, they still have a ton of money because they can continue to sell and sell and sell. Just kind of like the analysts believe IBIT sales impact could be 2 or 3 times worse than Mr. Gox crash, than the Mount Gox crash. Do you guys remember that one last year or something? Along with Trump's win sentiment, all-time highs of 108,000 for Bitcoin, the ETF could create heavy uncertainty in the market, right? They're talking about this thing really selling off. What's next? Well, they have a world's biggest Bitcoin ETF provider is adjusting its strategy. The global M2 money supply is in the picture. Donald Trump's inauguration is on January 20th, and various other events could introduce volatility. Among all these, BlackRock's Bitcoin selling spree is the most unexpected event. As the firm insists on crypto buying, there's still uncertainty about selling incidents and whether they will continue or not. So long term, let's see what happens. I'm interested to see, guys, because Bitcoin is actively selling off. We can see that now. We've been talking about it. Now, I've traded Bitcoin in the past. I usually trade it by trading with Mara. As you can see, I've traded it many times over the past year. since even back in February of 2024. I've been trading all these different channels, these channels that push up, the channels that are horizontal, not so much here on the downward trend patterns, but a lot of horizontal patterns, a lot of upward momentum. And again, it's just continuing to sell off, guys. This is how I like to trade Bitcoin. It's a cheap price. I could buy hundreds of shares. I have in the past. I have many live stream videos showcasing that in our morning live streams and in our Discord channel, so definitely check that out if you haven't. That's the first link in the description below, 100% free, and you can watch me trade as live as tomorrow. But the main point of all this is we have consistently staying up to date with Bitcoin. We're tracking it, we're creating our levels, our support and resistance, and again, strong signs of support at 91,000, right? 91,000, maybe a little bit less, maybe 90,900. That's going to be your strong support area. It has been holding up to that since its last push from 70,000 to that new high of $100,000, right? Bitcoin has pushed up to 108,000, but when we're looking at the past, you can see all these moves up. This was a 500% move up from lows of 10,000 to highs of 65, and then immediately had a 57% sell-off. Okay, then it pushed up again, up 138%, and then it sold off another 78%, guys. So it's not a matter of if Bitcoin will crash, but it's a matter of when Bitcoin will crash. And I want you all to be aware that history does tend to repeat itself. Again, from those lows of 15,000 to highs of 75,000, it went up 340%. And then it crashed again, 33%. Okay. Now we're in this run here where it pushed up from lows of, 48, 50,000 to highs of 108. It pushed up 120%. So what do you think could happen? Well, this can potentially sell off 30 to where 70,000 is to 50% where $50,000 is. Okay, I want you guys to be aware of that because some of you may have bought at those all-time highs. At 100,000, at 108,000. Maybe you bought here at this last little bull trap here where it passed the support of 99. Like, all right, guys, here we go. You buy at 102, and now you're down, right? Now you're significantly down, 10% already. Okay, I want you all to be aware exactly what we're looking at and be prepared for when Bitcoin does crash. I'm excited. I'm pumped to see this crash go back down to 50,000 or 70,000 so I can buy more in a lower average price like everyone else is going to do and wait for that to rally back up to those $100,000 mark and buy again. It's not about buying at the high. It's about buying at a low and selling at a high. So hope you guys enjoyed. I appreciate your guys' time. Like always, remember to like and subscribe. Consider joining our Discord. And remember, if you guys want to watch me trade as early as tomorrow morning, simple. Become a member of the YouTube channel and become a member of the Discord. That's it. It's all 100% free. And we'll see you all in tomorrow's live stream.